going on, guys? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. And today, we're going to be discussing this huge matchup in the NFC East between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Winner more or less wins the division. For the scenarios, Dallas, if they win, they are in the playoffs and eliminate Philadelphia from playoff contention. If the Eagles win, they are not in the playoffs yet. They would have to win against the Giants. If they don't and Dallas wins, Dallas is in the playoffs. So basically for Dallas, it's a win and get in situation, you know, and Dallas hasn't been in a divisional game like situation since 2013. Okay, the Cowboys usually, you know, of recent memory under the Jason Garrett era, don't really do well in these situations, man. That's why I'm not as super confident, because I know how the trend has been. But that was under a different team, and that team was rebuilding, so hey, what the hell. But if the Cowboys are truly, you know, invested in keeping Garrett, if this team wants to play for Garrett, they'll show up and win on Sunday. I'm not expecting a blowout. You know, also, you know, Dallas has never won the division in Philadelphia ever. Okay, and so this would be an interesting game, but it's just you know, growing up in, you know, the early 2000s and watching, you know, seeing the Cowboys get blown the hell out in 2008 to lose a playoff spot to Philadelphia really gets under my skin still. And it would be great if we can have that, like the flip of that, and Dallas, I'm not saying blow them out, but I mean, I would love that. But the point is just win. You know, like, it would be perfect retribution. You know, you beat the Eagles in their place, you take the division title, and you basically, you know, you send them home packing. And I want the Cowboys to do that, you know? But I just have a weird feeling about this game. It's just, like, you need to understand that, like, when the Cowboys are on the road, they have not been particularly good. Okay, they're 3-4 away. Their wins have come from the Giants, the Redskins, and the Lions, okay? All of which are bottom feeder teams. But yeah, you know, you look at the Jets game, that was just what the hell. You look at a game like the Saints game, that was close. The Patriots game, that was close. Should have been able to win that game. Chicago, that was out of hand. So if the Cowboys have truly learned from their experiences, they'll be able to win this game. But if they haven't, they're gonna have a tough time, okay? And look, I'm looking at I try to look at this. I'm not trying to be super pessimistic, but optimism. Here's the thing: you win, you're in the playoffs. Cool. You get your chance at the tournament. You start out 0-0 all over again. You lose, you know, odds are you're not gonna win the division. But guess what? Jason Garrett's not gonna be here. Okay, so if you're the Cowboys, and as a fan, and looking at it as objective as possible, it's really, you know, it's really a win-win. But I'm not expecting, you know, listen, just because I say that doesn't mean I want Philly to beat us. You really think I want that? Hell no. Dude, I want us to win the division, get to the playoffs, and dude, if this happens the way I think it could happen, you know, damn, man, I would definitely enjoy that. Now, let's look at the matchups between both the teams. What do the Cowboys got to do to win this game? Now, on offense. Now, I understand that Dak Prescott has a shoulder injury. Apparently, it's like an AC joint injury to where it's like sore / sprain. I don't know the term they use. I forget. I apologize. But basically, it's affecting his throwing shoulder. He also had to deal with the finger injuries and stuff like that. So, Dak Prescott, he's trying to battle through these injuries. So, if you're the Cowboys, you have to make sure that you limit, you know, unless he's doing his thing, you got to limit what Dak Prescott's able to do. Mainly because I don't want him to get hurt. Okay. And so the Cowboys, what they did last week, you know, against the Rams, if they can replicate that at least 80 or 70%, they should win this game. You know, you got to jump on them early, and then you have to just take it to them. You know, you have to keep the ball away, score points. Now, and keep in mind, this isn't about scoring touchdowns either. Like, and here's why this is what's important. if you're like on the 5-yard line and it's like goal to go, you have to get the points. You know, so if I'm the Cowboys, you are going for every opportunity at points every single time. You know, like, so if you're at the 30 and it's 4th and 1, go for it. You know, if it's like, you know, if it's in a situation to where you know you're not going to get it, then kick a field goal. But the Cowboys had to put pedal to the metal. No, like, they have to get a pair of balls, and they really have to go at it with the Eagles. Okay, that's the biggest thing, is they have to do that. So what I'm looking for with the offense, Dak Prescott needs to have his opportunities limited to when he can do it, in the sense of, okay, we have to run the ball, and with the offensive line, if they're playing at their top level, they'll do their thing. Run the ball, establish play action, bootleg, do what you got to do to effectively manage the game. Don't throw deep unless you know. And I think that if I'm looking for a player to watch, it's not Zeke, it's not Dak, it's Amari Cooper. Obviously, Dak's important to get the ball to Cooper, but I'm looking at Amari Cooper. Whenever Amari Cooper plays the Philadelphia Eagles, he has a great game. This includes his time in Oakland, okay? So if I'm the Cowboys, and if I'm the Eagles, you have to be careful with Cooper, because if Cooper starts going off, this game could be over before it's said and done. You know, and that's the biggest thing. If the Cowboys can keep the Eagles in check. Now on defense, they have to stop the tight ends. Carson Wentz loves going to his tight ends, and yeah, he has solid, you know, I'm not going to say they're great, but he's got receivers to go to, okay? And when they get going, you're going to have some issues, okay? So if I'm the Cowboys, you have to limit the areas in which Carson Wentz can operate in. You know, hell, blitz him from time to time. If he hurts you, but you have to stop the tight ends. I would double up Ertz, double up Goddard, whoever. You know, mainly just take away his security blanket. If he doesn't have his security blanket, then guess what? He's not going to be able to do what he wants to do. Okay? So that's that. I'm really curious to see the special teams. Kai Forbath, he did great against the Rams, but that was in a dome. You know, I think it's going to be a bit of... I know it's going to be cloudy there. I think there might be a bit of wind. But the point is, the factor of the environment, can Kai Forbath really be an effective kicker? Because, hell, even if we're talking about the playoffs, yeah, the first game would be at home in a dome, so you'd be fine. But if you're going on the road into these these horrific conditions, you got to be able to get the field goal. Got to get them points. So there's that. Now, in terms of what I expect to happen, I expect this to be like many of the other games. Look, the Cowboys will probably get a field goal to start the game. The Eagles will probably get another field goal or score a touchdown. It's going to be like a 10-3 type of game at the half, and then who knows where it goes there. Typically, it really depends on what the field of the game is. If Dallas is leading at halftime by let's say 10-3 or 14-3, I have confidence they'll be fine. But if they're behind by multiple scores, I'm gonna have some serious doubts. Now again, I'm not trying to say this to be pessimistic. I'm not trying to say this to be, oh, you're a fake. No, like, I'm looking at this as objective as possible. Don't think that the Cowboys are going to waltz into Philly and the Philly's going to let them just waltz and get the division title and not them wearing their hats and stuff. I'm not expecting that, man. So, if that's the case, I am fully expecting a bloodbath between these two teams. If we win, cool. You know, that's awesome. You know, that'd be great. If we lose, hey, you know what? Can't be mad. We had the chance, and oh well. But, you know, as we approach the 10-minute mark, a couple things that we should put of note. Number one, if I haven't mentioned it, Dallas has not won the division in Philly before, okay? That's number one. Number two, Dallas tends to play well in Philadelphia, but I should put an asterisk in, not there, but like in the situation of Cowboys are 2-6 under Garrett in weeks 16 and 17. You know, and you can attribute that to all the losses that we've sustained in the years past during our rebuilding phase. But I just don't know, man. I have that awkward feeling that Dallas is going to win decently, but at the same time, I just have a bad feeling that we're going to just fall on our face flat. You know, Christmas Bowl, whatever you want to call it. You know, they're favoring Dallas by 2.5, and they have a 55. They're giving Dallas a 55% chance to win this game. I really, you know, I don't know. I mean, if we're looking over the past couple weeks, I don't want you to take the Rams game and be like, oh, that's the Cowboys that we're going to see. But based off what I see from the Eagles will scratch and claw. But at the same time, if the Cowboys jump on them early, they're probably going to win. And that's the honest to God truth of the matter. Both teams had a 3-game losing streak before they finally started getting wins. You know, Dallas, you know, both teams are 2-3 in their last 5 games. So someone's going to give here. Someone is going to lose. You know, it's either Dallas gets to 500 away and Dallas or the Eagles go to 500 at home, or Philly improves to 5-3 at home and Dallas it goes down to 3-5 away. But yeah, guys, if just keep an eye out, man. This is going to be a tough game. As long as we play our A game, you know, regardless of who's playing, we'll win. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what do you guys got to say? Am I being too pessimistic? Like, am I being fair in my judgment? You know, we'll see what happens, man. I'm really curious. I really hope that Dallas can pull out a win here, because if they do, you know damn well that we're going to be happy. So, with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will be seeing you guys after this game. See you guys. Bye-bye.
I used to live in Sin Cities like Bruce Willis, but I'm Jackie Chan, karate chopping, I'm still kicking. I used to be chopped and screwed, I'm little flipping. Now I'm nice, Mike Jordan, so who's pipping? I'm running man, you the running man, you still slipping. I hit records, you swinging, it's still